Good evening to all out in YouTube land. I would like to share a little about true Buddhism. I think there's many people in the world who don't know about this true Buddhism, which is a very powerful way for us to attain happiness in this lifetime. That's a big statement, but you can find it's true. Buddhism started 3,000 years ago. The original Buddha, as people refer to him, is Shakyamuni Buddha. And he was the first one to talk about how could people become happy. You see all the suffering all around him, and how people, what could make people happy in this world. So finally he came to the conclusion that all life is eternal and that the universe is one. We are all one and our lives are eternal. And that we have been repeating birth, aging and death since time without beginning. And he wrote the Lotus Sutra, or he preached the Lotus Sutra as in the last 8 years of his life. And when he started to preach the Lotus Sutra, he said that everything I have taught you up to this time is in preparation for this teaching. This is the highest of my teachings. So other forms of Buddhism are based upon his teachings previous to the Lotus Sutra. And anyone who wants to study about Buddhism will find this to be true. But basically, the teachings of true Buddhism is that our lives have always existed, and we have been repeating birth, aging, and death since time without beginning. Nichiren Daishonin, the founder of Nichiren Shoshu, the sect of Buddhism that I belong to, and there are quite a few members of Nichiren Shoshu around the world, he taught that if you want to know what causes you made in the past, look at the effects you receive in the present. If you want to know what effects you will receive in the future, look at the causes you're making now. So basically what this means is that our lives, each one of us, is a result of all of the causes we have made in the past. It's very difficult to accept that we have made the causes for sufferings in our life. But true Buddhism is very strict about that. Nothing is outside the law of cause and effect. So when we are finding ourselves in a situation that makes us suffer, we look at the fact that this suffering is created by myself. I myself made a cause in the past for this to be happening. And so then we can apologize inside for whatever causes we made in the past for this kind of suffering to be happening to us. But there is a practice in this true Buddhism. Nichiren Daishonin in 12th century say that everybody is Buddha. Everybody has the potential for absolute happiness. So how can we do that? How can we become absolutely happy in this lifetime? Nichiren Daishonin said, my life is Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo is the title of the Lotus Sutra. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo means fusing fusion. Nam is fusion with Myoho Renge Kyo. So all of our lives are the result of all of the causes we have made in the past. The Nichiren Daishonin was a Buddha. That means that his life was pure and all of his actions had been in preparation of how to make all people become Buddhas. The Shakyamuni had predicted 3,000 years ago that there will be a person in the future who will provide a way for all people to become Buddhas. That means to attain absolute happiness. So Nichiren Daishonin inscribed an object made out of wood, and he said, I have inscribed my life in Sumi, believe in it with your whole heart. Sumi is the black Chinese ink. So Nichiren Daishonin put his life into this object, which is called the Daigo Hansen. And down the center he put Nam-myoho Renge Kyo Nichiren. And a very simple way for us to attain the same life that Nichiren Daishonin attained, the enlightenment of Buddhahood, is to chant Nam-myoho Renge Kyo with faith in the Daigo Hansen. It's easy to chant Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. We sit up with our hands in front of us like this, and we chant like this. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. When we chant like this, without even realizing it, our lives begin to change. Our lives start to manifest the Buddha nature that's already within us. Through the act of chanting Nam-myoho Renge Kyo to the Daigo Hansen, our life and the Daigo Hansen become one. It's called Kyochi Mogo, like fusion of subject and object. We soon realize if we keep chanting every day, we soon see what happens. All of us are different. We have different karma. We make different causes. Just like we all have different faces. So we have different experiences. But we do see the result in our lives. We get actual proof. We're not doing anything different except chanting Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. And then we feel and know the difference. And the purpose is to eradicate in this lifetime all of our negative karma from the past and change our life for the better in this lifetime. And then go on into our next existence with a much, much better situation. So you can get, or you actually do get actual proof when you do this. Even in the beginning, if you don't believe it, it's very difficult to believe, difficult to comprehend, but it works. That's the main thing. It's the same, even if you don't believe in a cell phone, if you have it and it's activated and you dial a number, it's going to connect with somebody somewhere. So that's a vibration reaching out and touching another object. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo that we chant to the Daigo Hansen activates our Buddha nature. I have to stop this video right now because the time is running out and I won't be able to post it. It only has to be less than 10 minutes. So I can talk a little more later. This is part 1. Okay?